Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. If you're here for the first time, welcome. I hope you enjoy your stay. If you don't know yet, I'm Patricia. I'm an artist and I create drawing courses for beginner artists that want to start to learn how to draw in an easy and enjoyable way. So before we start this video, I do have a few things to talk to you about. First of all, look, I'm wearing my clay earrings that I made a few videos ago. I'm still making things with clay, I'm still experimenting with it, and I did make this candle holder some time ago, and I do have a video of the whole process of doing this one. As you can see, it's a little bit wobbly, I'm still learning, but let me know if you'd like to see a video of me making this candle holder. It was really fun to do. So yeah, let me know in the comments, and I do have something quite exciting to show you. It actually arrived today and I was really hoping I could show you this week. It's not yet 100% ready, but this is something I've been thinking about doing for quite a while. But I'm making a coloring book. So as you can see, this is just a proof copy so I can see how it's going, but basically this is a collection of my mermaids throughout the years. Not all of them, but most of my mermaids throughout the years. If you don't know, every year in May I do host a mermaid challenge where I give a few prompts. I know I'm kind of afraid of using the word prompt right now because it's a thing you use for AI, you know, and I'm kind of afraid that prompts is a bit of a bad word right now, so I don't know what to use instead of that. But basically I give you keywords and drawing ideas for mermaids for us to draw them during the month of May. So yeah, this is a collection of a few of those mermaids I've done throughout the years, and soon, I'm not sure when yet, I still have to check all of this properly, but soon you'll be able to get this coloring book on Amazon. I was really excited to show you this, and I hope you like it. And I don't know, should I do a video where I color some of this? What do you think? Tell me what you think in the comments. I would really like to know your thoughts on that. But yeah, with that out of the way, let me grab my drink again. I have here a matcha this time around. It's too hot. So last video I mentioned that I was thinking about doing a video where I teach you how to draw cats, for example. I wanted to try to mix these recent videos with tutorials, so very cozy vibe, very simple, very relaxing, but where I show you how to draw different subjects. And the first thing I thought about was cats. I don't know if you noticed, but I like cats. So yeah, something with cats, and that's what we're doing today. I'm going to show you step by step how I draw cats, how I will go about when starting a new subject, when learning a new subject. I will show you the whole process step by step, and I will end up with a full illustration at the end of this video. So with that said, grab a drink, any drink you'd like, maybe grab a snack, and come learn and draw with me. So when starting to learn to draw anything, the first step I like to take is to look up references. And even when I'm already comfortable with the subject, it's a good idea to grab a few references so we can always have a visual aid of what we're drawing. So you probably heard that Pinterest right now is a big mess. They're injecting the website with AI and AI art and pictures, and Personally, I don't really see a lot of it because I always look for very specific things and mostly photographs. However, I did notice that, for example, if I'm looking for animals or for cats in this case, I will see a lot of AI cats instead of real cats, which sucks, okay? And I really wanted to use an alternative to Pinterest. The issue is I don't really know a lot about other alternatives. I found a few posts mentioning similar websites. So for this video, I decided to try same.energy, which it does. The interface does look a bit like Pinterest. It has some kind of search. I didn't really explore a lot, but I did use it, as you can see, to gather a few references of cats. I wasn't looking for anything specific. I just wanted some cute photos or even funny poses of cats so we can draw them. Once I find a good amount of references and save a few onto my iPad, I will open Procreate. I will open all those images, all those photos, and then what I like to do when learning something new is that I will lower the opacity of all those images. And what I do with those is I pick up my pencil and I will draw shapes. It's really helpful for me to break things down into very simple shapes. It's also less scary because when you're looking at the picture of anything, you'll see all those details, you're seeing everything, and you get a bit scared. You get a bit lost in all those details, and if you break it into smaller shapes, into very basic shapes, things look a bit less scary and you start to realize that actually you can do this. Just make that cat out of triangles, circles and rectangles, for example. Now, once I find all those shapes, I will hide my references but still keep them because I might have some doubts on what I'm seeing right now, or as I build up the cat and add more details. So keep the references until the end of your drawings so you can always look them up and make sure of certain details. So yeah, I will hide those references, I will lower the opacity of my shapes, and then I will create another layer on top. And now this is still a sketch, but I will start adding more details here, and these shapes, these figures will start looking like actual cats. So just rounding things up, going through my shapes, adding the ears, the paws, the faces even, so things start to be more refined and clear. As you can see, I do like my cats to be quite geometric, but again, it's all a matter of style. Some people prefer to be more realistic with it, others more geometric, others more abstract even. It's really up to you. So this is something that you can explore as you draw cats or any other subject over and over, and you can always change your mind. Today you're drawing your cats one way and tomorrow you might be drawing them another way. I've been drawing cats for a long time. I really like to draw cats, and if you've seen my art through the years, you'll see that I draw cats differently throughout the years. So this is also, you don't really need to draw them one way and keep doing that forever. It's fine, explore and see how you like to draw them, and that goes for any other subject in art. So now that all these sketches are done, I will now refine everything and make a final illustration. Now for this illustration this time, I do want to keep things, or even though it's digital, I kind of wanted to explore the traditional look. I do have a few brushes here that I haven't really explored yet. So for this illustration, I'm using Oleo Brushes Volume 3, which is all about pastel, pencils and markers, and that's what I'm going to be exploring this time around, and I'm really excited for this. So yeah, now I'm going to draw this whole thing, add details, paint, line art, all that jazz. That's the final step, let's say, of building up an illustration. I start with references, then drawing shapes on top of those references, make a more detailed sketch, and then I will go through line art, coloring, adding backgrounds and other elements I might want to add. here we are again. Let me just open up here my cats. Hey, why aren't you? I think my iPad died. Okay, now it's back. That was scary. So yeah, here, oh come on man. Is it because there's too much light in here? I'm so bad at this stuff. Like, why are you letting me do YouTube? I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, here are the kitties. I'll probably just put like the image here. But yeah, I drew the cats. As you can see, I went through all the steps. We started by looking for some pictures. Then what did I do here? Then I drew some shapes on top of them. As you can see, they were very simple shapes, just getting the movement, getting the movement of the pose, getting a better idea of how to draw a cat. And once that's done, I like to refine things more with a few sketches of the cats, adding a bit more of details of how I want them. And after doing that, I went ahead and just organized all those sketches throughout my canvas to have a composition that I was happy with. And once that's done, all I have to do is basically redraw everything a bit more cleanly with the brush that I want to use, with some line art, then adding colors and ending with a simple background with a few elements. So that's what I did. I hope this was very helpful for you. I know this is not a conventional tutorial as I would usually do, but this is the process I go about when learning something. And even when I know the subject, most of the time this is the process. Sometimes the only thing I don't do is looking for the references and drawing on top of them, but even then it really depends on what I'm doing. So this was it. We drew some cats today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do tell me if you liked this tutorial and if you'd like to see more. If you'd like to see more, tell me in the comments. What would you like to learn? What subjects would you like to see in these tutorials? And I will do more based on that. So thank you very much for watching the video to the end. I hope you enjoyed it and I will see you next time. Bye bye!